lineup for Boston. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. And for Los Angeles, outside the wings are Reeves and James. Rui Hachimura out there with Jackson Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
What a smooth catch-and-shoot opportunity from Rui Hachimura. Pretty.
Tatum against Hachimura. That's tipped. Tatum kicks to White. Off target from outside. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. And this group reaching a major milestone this season, notching their 50th win in their last game.
Hey, you love to ensure a winning season, and most NBA teams, even great ones, consider this a major accomplishment.
LA's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. And again for three.
He continues to prove he's one of the greatest shooters ever.
And that triple just tied him for 5th place on the career list. And here's White after LeBron James hitting the three. Porzingis with a screen on Reeves. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. James, the pass to Doncic. Good, and the assist goes to James.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected on a string.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Finney Smith's checked in for the Lakers. Burnett comes in for Austin Reeves. Here's Horford. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Count it.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Now here's James. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Brown. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. No problems knocking that one down. Pritchard's got 5 points so far.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Los Angeles.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the court for the Celtics, they've got Horford. Jason Tatum is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Back to Reeves. And another three for the Lakers.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And that one, good.
Yeah, Jason Tatum's jumper is just so pure. This guy is on point with the midi right now.
And there's the drive. Vincent, the pass to Reeves. Back to Vincent. Pass to Vanderbilt. Now Vincent lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Hauser. Here's Tatum. Craig with a screen on Vanderbilt. Here's Tatum, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Jason, still a close one. What do you think happened there in the first half?
Feeling all right. We got to do a much better job defensively. We're not where we need to be, especially on defensive end, so we got to pick it up second half.
Yeah, we'll see if you're more connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back to the second half of basketball right after this.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
You take a look at the Lakers. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely humming.
Kenny, don't ever do that again. Any kind of humming, singing, or harmonizing. You leave that to the real artists, okay? What'd I just say?
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Austin Reeves really making a difference here.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Doncic out there with Austin Reeves. And it's Hayes in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. Down by 15. Pass to White. The shot's good. Brown making the play. White's got his first points in this one.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
James in the post. Brown's there, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And the first one drops. And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Tatum kicks to Brown. Offline with his 3. Lakers leading by 15. Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
Almost seems unfair, gentlemen, to have a guy as strong as LeBron be able to handle the ball the way he does.
Pass to Brown. Porzingis with a screen on James. Stolen by Reeves. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
James with it. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
How about the secondary playmaking you are getting? Great to have that from the shooting guard spot.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. The Celtics shooting not great, 40% for the game. Brown outside. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength. for the Lakers.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
And they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
.35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. The three sinks the three-pointer.
Pritchard. Reed.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Luka, you played well and you got the win. So what made the difference?
Yeah, I think we had a great game. You know, I think it was a great game today. You know, we step up together, play good defense, and it was a great win.
Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.